Yo, what's up, everybody? What's up? I'm sitting here having me some coffee. I'm drinking me some coffee. I was talking about the fight. Everybody was asking me why I say Frank Martin quit. Because he did quit. He lost his ambition. He lost his drive. He lost his momentum. He lost his desire and his will to win the fight. He stopped trying to win. He stopped trying to. When I say a guy quit, it don't mean that he turns his back and walk away. When he quit, when he lost the will to win, and then he goes into survival mode, and he just goes in there. He stopped throwing punches. He goes into defensive mode, and he doesn't do anything. Hold on, let me see what this is, because I'm new to this. I don't know what that's for. Don't laugh at my glasses. He goes into defensive mode, and he just goes in there and try to survive. He just goes in there to finish the fight. And then you have some guys that have a defense that where they'll go into defensive mode just to finish the fight, and that'll be their claim to fame. They'll say, "Well, I'm winning. I gave him my best. At least he didn't knock me out." And that's their claim to fame. I'd rather fight and get knocked out than just go in there and play it safe. You know what I'm saying? But he quit. He quit just like Mike Tyson quit against Evander Holyfield. He quit like Mike Tyson quit against Buster Douglas. He quit like who else? Like Tommy Hearns quit against Marvin Hagler. Like I said, they don't quit. He quit like Julio Cesar Chavez quit when he was getting beat by Frankie Randall. They don't quit to the point where they just turn their back and walk away, like Roberto Duran did against Sugar Ray Leonard. But they quit to where they stop fighting and they go into survival mode. They go into a crab and they go into the shell and they don't do shit. They just go into a shell and do. They're just going in to survive. And people made it seem like that was a spectacular punch that Gervonta threw when he knocked my man out, when he knocked Martin out. But Martin didn't do anything. Martin went in the corner. When you go in the corner, I would tell you, when you're in the corner, you don't stand flat with your back against the ropes like that, because you got no defense. You can't do shit. When you like this against the ropes, you can't do nothing. You can't do nothing. And the minute you put your hands down, you're vulnerable because you're wide open from both sides. At least if you like this, you could do this. You know, you could do the shell or whatever. If you sideways, like I said, when your back is against the ropes, go into an angle, stand at an angle. And then you can see the man throwing punches. You can see it in his shoulders because you're taught to throw punches from your shoulder. That's why when Larry Holmes and Muhammad Ali used to get against the ropes, they would be like this. You know, they'd be pushing the guy's shoulders, pushing his shoulders back, pushing his shoulders. You can't do shit like that. But like I said, he quit to, he just wanted the fight to be over. He just wanted to get out. He just wanted to get out the fight. He just wanted to get out the fight and let it be over. And he's a good fighter. He's a good fighter. He just didn't have it right here. He just didn't have any heart. And he got knocked out. You look at the video, I said he was gonna get stopped. Once I seen Tank inside his head, I said this fight not gonna go the distance. Because Tank got inside his head. He wasn't let Tank pop shit, but he doesn't have a smart mouth to where he could come back and be sarcastic with Tank. You know, Tank got that wit, that inner city wit, and he knew how to say stuff to get under that dude's skin. Martin didn't know how to come back. And he just let Tank get under his skin. Tank is only 5'5", man. He 5'5". Martin had the height advantage. He had the reach advantage. All they had to do was box him. He was doing pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what y'all got to say. Don't laugh at my glasses. Nobody's saying anything. But like I said, he was doing pretty good. You know, look, he like this. Listen to me, man. Listen. You got to jab. I don't know, these new generation of fighters, y'all don't be jabbing. Y'all don't jab. What's wrong with y'all? Why you don't jab? Nobody, ever since Bernard Hopkins came along and stopped jabbing, nobody jabs. Nobody jabs. The jab is the closest hand to the man. Your jab is the closest hand to the man. You like this. If you stand at an angle, this hand is the closest hand to the man. This hand is back here. You could beat the man all night with this hand. Hitting him, touching him. You know, that way he doesn't have time to set up. You new guys be doing this stuff, man, but you be giving your opponent too much time to think. Aaron Pryor wasn't the greatest fighter in the world, but he didn't give fighters a chance to think. When a guy has the time to think, he has time to pick you apart. He has time to look, and that's another thing. Martin was getting, Tank did a good job going to the body, and Martin wasn't blocking them body shots. Your body, listen to me, y'all. Your body is not made to be hit on. Don't ever stand in the ring and try to prove how tough you are and let a man beat on you. You're going to be talking like you got bubble gum stuck in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Don't be proving how tough you are to let a man beat on you. And when they was both left-handed, he always blocked the punches, boom, boom, boom. You know, block them punches, boom, boom, boom. But like, you're in the ring like this. Man throwing body shots. Block them shots. Block them. Don't just stand there. You know, move your head. Do what you... The thing I don't get you guys, he practiced. He had 3 months to get ready for this fight. And then when the fight comes, you don't do nothing you was practicing on. That's why you got to practice, practice, practice. Every day. Practice every day. Because when the coach start telling you what to do, you're not going to remember that shit anyway. Because you only get a rest. The rest is only 1 minute. You ain't going to remember nothing the coach said. Because you're thinking about how I'm going to stop this man from beating on me. That's why you got to practice that every day. That way it becomes an instinct. It becomes your second nature. It becomes your second nature and you don't let the man beat on you. And he was, like I said, he was doing good. And Tank is a good fighter. But Tank exerts a lot of energy. And people like... Tank Davis, if he fights Shakur's going to give him problems. Shakur's another left-handed guy, so there's going to be left-handed guys fighting again. And Shakur's going to give him problems, I guarantee you. Because Shakur's not scared. He can jab and he can box. And he has a height advantage. See, Gervonta Davis is 5'5", and 5'5", and he fights 135. And you got to make these guys work, man. You got to work. Y'all don't be working. You got to work. Work. You fighting. The man is trying to punch you in your face. It's a fight. The man is in there trying to fuck you up, man. And y'all going in there playing around. It's not a game. It's not a game. You see how Butchcombe got hit and got his tooth knocked out? Who was that got his tooth knocked out? The dude from Ohio. The dude, Adrian Broner, got his tooth knocked out. Luckily, he had the money to get it fixed. He got his tooth knocked. It's not a game, man. You let a guy hit you, man, and the guy can hit you one time, mess you up. You be messed up the rest of your life. Talking like you got bubble gum stuck in your mouth. You got to jab. You got to jab. Jab. Jab keeps the man off you. It breaks his rhythm, and it sets up your rhythm. It dictates your rhythm, and you get to dictate the pace. But like I said, you guys work. You got to work, man. You got to work. You guys be in there talking about, I'm going to take my time and feel him out and see what he about. What if the man hit you and hurt you, hit you in the back of your head and knock you out? You wake up in a hospital bed, you can't move or something. You gotta... Boxing is not a game, man. It's not a game. It looks like a game, and them gloves be looking pretty and stuff, but it's not a game. You gotta go... If the fight go 1 round or if the fight go 12 rounds, you're gonna get paid the same amount of money. Go in there and knock them out, man. Stop playing. Y'all be playing too much. Let me see what y'all got to say. Who talking? Why my shoulder hurt? Well, it's getting in shape. You got to jab. You got to jab. You got to jab. You got to throw it out and bring it back where you got it from. You got to snap it. You got to look. It's like this in slow motion. Because you're hitting them with that. Like, wow, 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 wow. And throw two of them. Wow, wow. Throw two. Throw two jabs. Because if you throw one, the man will counter you. And he'll hit you back. He'll counter you like, wow, you know, he'll counter you. So throw two. Wow. Keep your hand out. Wow, wow, wow. You gotta throw two jabs. And your shoulder hurt because I guess it's getting in shape. You should shadow box. You should shadow box with your gloves on. Put your hand wraps on and put your gloves on and shadow box. Shadow box like that. Before you get in the ring when you're about to spar and you shadow box and you warm up, shadow box with your gloves on every day. The gloves that you're going to spar with. I mean, if you're about to spar, put your gloves on and shadow box for about 4 or 5 rounds. That gets your arms in shape. That gets your shoulders in shape. And that gets you used to having them, on your hand. Then when it's time to fight, you wearing 8-ounce gloves. You wearing 16-ounce gloves when you're sparring. You wear 8-ounce gloves when you fight. Right? If you 147 and down. 147 and down, wear 8-ounce gloves. But then again, it depends. 147 and down. 147 and down, wear 8-ounce gloves. But then again, it depends. Put them gloves on. The 16-ounce gloves that you be sparring with. And shadow box. Well, who's out there? Who's out there? Man of God, what's up? Good advice. Yeah. Shadow box with your gloves on. They get your arms in straight. They get your arms strong. And that way you can jab and throw hooks in. You hooking a man. Boom, 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 boom. Like that. You turn your punches, that way you rip your skin. Turn them. But like I was saying, Martin, you gotta get in here, Martin. You gotta understand, you fighting. He doesn't have an advantage over you, and you don't have an advantage over him. Y'all equal, and that's the thing about boxing. A lot of times, your talent don't matter. It matters what you have in here. And the way you think about yourself. You got to think, I'm bad too. He ain't no better than I'm bad too. Think like that. He bad, but I'm bad too. And that's how you got to think about it. He bad and I'm bad. So what? We both bad. We're going to settle who's the baddest man tonight. And that's how you got to think about it. There's no reason to fear the next man. What can he do to you? You got no reason to fear him. You in the ring. He got on 8-ounce gloves. You got on 8-ounce gloves. What you got to worry about? You're going to fight. We're going to see who the best man is. And that's how you got to go in there, moving your head, using your defense, and throwing combinations. And like I said Tank don't throw. I said Tank don't throw combinations. He do throw combinations. I was wrong about that. I seen him throw more than one punch. But a lot of his punches are like built up energy. And when you box him, you can beat him to the punch. But a lot of guys, they scared of him. So Telefino said he gonna beat him. I doubt that. I think Shakur have a better chance of beating him than Telefino Lopez. 135 is a good weight class. That's the weight class Henry Armstrong was in. Henry Armstrong was at 135. Whitaker was 135. Hector Camacho was 135. Julio Cesar Chavez was 135. 135. Sugar Shane Mosley, he was 135. That's a good weight class. That's a good weight to be at. Because a lot of men walking around every day is normally 5'8", 135. That's a damn good weight class. 135, 140, and 147. Those are like the most competitive weight divisions in boxing. Because on average, the average American walking around is usually like 5'8", 135 to 145. And that's why there's so much competition in that weight class. That's where Sugar Ray Leonard came from, and Sugar Ray Robinson. But Sugar Ray Leonard is 5'10". Sugar Ray Leonard was a natural. He was a natural welterweight. Trinidad was a natural welterweight. But Felix Trinidad used to eat too much. Felix Trinidad used to be wearing them. I never saw him in a plastic suit, but he used to get knocked down early in the fight. And they used to always tell me he wasn't eating right. Because a lot of times them guys are wearing the plastic suits and shit to lose weight. Oh, forgot to mention my books. I ain't got my other one, but that's one right there. That's one, and that's one. It's my third book. It's my second book. You guys should get a copy of my books. I sell them for. Listen, I'll tell you a secret. I sell them for $15 online. But when you buy them from me, I'll be selling them for $10. Or I'll take the $15 and I'll send 2 books. I send 2. I got 4. I got 5. My bad. I got 5. I got a novel, but I don't be pushing a novel. But if you order 1 book, I send 2. Corners of Google me. Google the book title. Don't beat your children or they'll turn out like me. Agitation gets the dirt. This is my new one down here. My phone call. Hold on for a minute. Hold on for a minute. I'll be right back. This is my very first one I don't have with me. My very first one goes fast. This is my new one. Like I said, it's got 3 different covers. It's the same book with 3 different covers. Lying is more provocative than hate. Lying is more provocative than hate. See that? It's my poems, my jokes, and my New York City philosophy. But like I said, Tank Martin quit in that fight. Frank Martin, that's his name. I said Tank Martin. Tank Martin. Let me see who's out there. Who's out there? What does it take to beat Tank Davis? Tank Davis is 5'5". Most of the guys he fight are 3 inches taller than him. They don't jab. You got to jab. You got to use your jab. People don't jab no more. Everybody going in boxing ring and they be doing this shit. They be in the boxing ring doing this. They be doing this. Like I said, this hand is the closest hand to the man. But Tank in him is left-handed. He's southpaw. But even still, you gotta jab. You gotta jab. You gotta, like Larry Holmes said, you gotta pepper his nose. Hit him in the nose, man. You gotta hit him. Boom, 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 boom. You know, jab him. Jab him. Wow, 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 wow. You got to jab. Every time you jab, every time you touch him with that jab, every time you touch your opponent with a jab, they got to start all over again. You know, like when you used to be in the lunchroom, when you be playing in the lunchroom, you playing a beat, and then somebody come along and mess your beat up. That's what a jab does. A jab breaks the rhythm, and then they got to start all over again. What's that? That's the boys. Can you see? We leave. But that's what you got. How he might come back into me and leave. But yeah, you gotta jab. You got to jab. That's how you gotta beat Tank. That's the only way you're gonna beat Tank is to jab him. And make them fight. Make these guys fight. You guys be talking about you want to go in there and take time. You gotta fight. Fight. Make the guy fight. Throw punches, man. Stay busy. Stay busy. Stop giving your opponent time to think. Why do you run in the morning, jump rope, hit the bag, do push-ups, do pull-ups, do sit-ups, and just go in there and take your time? You did all that work to go in the ring to bullshit. There's 2 cops. There's another cop right there. Why do you guys do that? You go in the ring, you spend 3 months getting in shape just to go in the ring and take your time. Go in there and fight. You in shape. You in shape. You got in shape to fight. You get in shape to go take your time? That don't make sense. Go in there and fight the guy. Make him fight. Make him fight and don't give him time to think. Y'all been giving these guys time to think and they be outboxing y'all. What you think, man? It's a fight. Go in there and fight, man. You're not gonna get arrested. You're not gonna get arrested. They can eat a jab too close they can eat a jab to close the distance because it has no. A jab do have power. You gotta learn how to jab. A jab has a lot of power. Floyd Mayweather got to eat. I've seen him demonstrate the jab. He had a good jab, but he don't use it because he don't have to. Actually, because he's kind of retired. You know, he just comes back. That's what Floyd do. Floyd talk shit to make people hate him, and people come to see Floyd hoping to see him get knocked out. Mike Tyson used to fight. People want to see Mike Tyson because they want to see Mike Tyson knock somebody out. Floyd Mayweather flashes cash to create animosity. And people don't like him, and they want to see him get beat. That's why he do that. Whenever he's about to fight again, he'll start talking about how much money he got, you know, his airplanes and stuff like that, because he want to create animosity, and people want to see him get beat up. That's why they go to see him fight. But back to what I'm saying is Floyd has a great jab. But he's not fighting. But watch him when he was at 135. He was a monster at 135. You got to use that jab. There's so many things you can do with a jab. You can jab with a jab. You can hook off the jab. And you can hit the guy in the liver with a jab. You got your jab. You jabbing like this. So much you can do with that jab. Use your jab. You got a jab. You got to hit the guy with the jab, pepper his nose, frustrate him, and he'll get mad at it. Once you start hitting him with the jab enough, he'll run right into the right hand. He'll run into the right hand because he gets tired of you jabbing him. And you got to stand at an angle. Don't stand square. Stand at an angle. Let me see. I don't know. Nah, I'm not a southpaw. I'm right-handed. But this camera's backwards. I gotta figure out how to fix it. I'm right-handed. But this camera's backwards. But when you fight a guy that's left-handed, you gotta throw, you can still jab. But me, I like to fight left-handed guys because then you can throw straight right hands. You can throw lead right hands. You don't have to always jab. You can throw lead right hands when you're fighting the southpaw. You got to keep your left foot on the outside of his foot. You throw right hands. You know, you just throwing right hands. You can throw lead right hands when you're fighting that. And that's why I like fighting southpaws. Because you can throw lead right hands. But you got to be careful because most southpaws are real slick. But you got to be careful. But that's why I like fighting southpaws, because you can throw lead right hands. Throw them hands. Make them fight. Get in shape. Get in shape. Build your stamina and go fight. That's what guys don't do. They don't fight. They be bullshit. Yeah, you keep your foot on the, you keep your left foot on the outside of his right foot. See, because a lot of times southpaws are slick and they be trying to cheat. They be trying to trip you because you're not used to sparring them. But you got to keep your foot on the outside of his and throw lead right hands. Because that's the hand that's closest to him. His left hand is not, the left hand is going to be too far away because y'all going to be bumping hands. That's what they be doing. Watch when, who's a southpaw? Watch when Tank Davis be fighting. They be leaving their left hand up to your hand and be blocking it. They be blocking it. They be blocking your punches with their hand. And then they'll come with their what is this? This their left? Yeah, they come with the left. Boom. Keep your foot on the outside of his foot. Throw right hands. And make him fight. Like I said, a lot of guys don't like to fight. If you give them time, then they're gonna pick you apart, and that's what happened to Frank Martin. He got picked apart. He was getting picked apart. He was getting chopped like a tree, and after a while, he just sat up against the ropes because he was getting hit with the body. He was getting hit with some good body shots. And you gotta stop that man. Don't let the man hit on your body. You keep your hand up, and like I said, stay at an angle. Stay at an angle. Keep your hands up and block. block them punches. And when he missed, see, that's the thing. The thing about Floyd Mayweather, and the people say he run. He don't run. But what Floyd don't do is when he was fighting, when he was at a higher weight, he don't trade punches. That's what he do. He don't run, but he don't trade punches. You're taught in boxing, when a guy miss you, you got to make him pay. When he miss, you got to come right back. He don't do that. He don't get into those toe-to-toe conflicts with a guy. He want to stay out there and pick you apart with his jab, touch you with a jab, and hit you with them pot shots all night. That's what Floyd wants to do. Somebody was over there. That's what he be wanting to do. He want to stay on the outside and pot shot you all night. But watch some of his old fights when people try to flurry on him. You ever look at guys that be and the crowd be going crazy because they be trading punches, going toe to toe. Like if the guy try to shoot shine on you, you shoot shine back on him. He don't do that, and that's why people say he's boring, because he don't shoot shine back. He don't fight back. He let you throw all your punches, and he gonna grab you. He's gonna grab you. He's gonna go into a Philly shell, or he's gonna move. Those are the three things Floyd do. He don't trade punches. And that's why people say he run. He don't run. He just don't trade punches. Most boxers, if a guy shoot shining on you, you gonna shoot shine back. But he don't do that, and that's why people say he run. But he don't run. He don't get into wars. That's what he don't do. And that's why people say he boring. Miguel Cotto used to get in wars. Manny Pacquiao get in wars. All them guys that the crowd love get into wars. And that's why they say Floyd run. He don't run. He just don't trade punches. That's what it is. Who's out there? It's hot as hell out here. I'm in South Carolina, boy. It's hot. Damn, it's hot. We'll get out of here in a minute. Starbucks is closed. I'm at Starbucks right here. After 2 rounds, that's man. You gotta get in shape. You gotta get in tip-top shape. You gotta run 3 miles and run fast. Run like somebody after you. That's what you gotta do. You gotta run fast. You fight fast, so you should run fast. You fight fast, you should run fast. You gotta run fast. And that's how you get in shape. Running fast. Run fast and run hard. I can run 3 miles in 18. No, it takes me about. It takes me about 20. I say about 23 minutes to run a mile. I mean to run 3 miles. I can do 3 miles in about 25 minutes. Maybe shorter. I think it's less than that because I run pretty hard, especially when I first start. Because I know for sure I'll be doing that first mile. It probably take me about 8 minutes to run a mile. I run a mile in about 8 minutes. What is that? 8, 16, 24. So it takes me, I can run 3 miles in 24 minutes. 3 miles in 24 minutes. But when I was in shape, I could do 3 miles in 18 minutes. I used to do 3 miles in 18 minutes. You gotta run. Like I said, you fight fast, so you should run fast. Everything is about speed. Speed. Bing, bing, bing. Roy Jones was one of the baddest guys at 160 pounds. And he did a lot of things wrong. But he was fast, so he got away with it. And when he got slow, he couldn't get away with it no more. Because, he wasn't fast. But when you're fast, you can do what you want to do. Remember that. So, since you fight fast, you should run fast. Who out there? Shakur, I'm going with Shakur. I think Shakur would beat Tank. I think he'll outbox him. I think he'll outbox Tank easily. Tank relies on his strength. Tank don't rely on his boxing skills. He moves his head a lot, but like I said, a lot of his punches are like he be too tensed up when he's throwing him. And I think Shakur beat him easily. And sure, Shakur's not scared of him. I'm gonna go with Shakur. I think Shakur will beat Tank Davis easily. Beat him easy. You can run a mile in 6 minutes. That's damn good. A 6 minute mile, you do 3 in 18 minutes. You do 3 of them, you be straight. You run it 5 days a week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, rest. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, rest Thursday. Run Friday and Saturday, rest Sunday. That's 5 days a week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, rest Thursday, Friday and Saturday, rest Sunday. I gotta get ready to get out of here, y'all. I said enough. I talked y'all long enough. But these are my books. I need to sell some books, y'all. It's my book of poems, my jokes, and my New York City philosophy. That's Don't Beat Your Children or They'll Turn Out Like Me. Listen, if you order from me, I can send it off tonight. But if you want to order from me, and you want me to send it to you personally, I gotta charge you the full price. But when people order my books, I usually send them from Amazon. And when I send them from Amazon, I send 2 books because I get it cheap. I send 2 books. When they order 1 book, I send 2. But if they want me to sign it, then I gotta charge the full price, and they can only get 1 book. These are my books. This is my first one. This is my second book. This is my third book. This is my 4th book. I got another one called Corner Stores in the Middle of the Block. My corner store in the middle of the block, that one always goes the fastest. That always goes first. 9:30. Yeah. It's called Corner. This one says, I come from a place where the scent of roach spray still gets me homesick. I come from a place where the scent of roach spray still gets me homesick. Let me show you something. Like I said, these 3 books are the same. That's the same book, just a different cover. Same book, just a different cover. Me smiling, me not smiling. I come from a place where the scent of roach spray still gets me homesick. This one says, black cat struck by stray bullet. 9 lives matter. 9 lives matter. Get it? 9 lives matter. All right, y'all. Take it easy, all right? I'm going to get out of here. Y'all guys take it easy. I'm going to keep y'all up. I might be outside in the morning. I might be outside in the morning making my boxing videos. All right, y'all. Take it easy.